Hi guys, so this lighting is really not great. I'm very sorry about that. But I'm on vacation right now, so this was pretty much the best spot I could really find to film this. But anyway, this is my second half of December wrap up, and this half of the month was really not a great half of the reading month at all. I actually only finished reading two books, and I also DNF'd another one. The two books that I finished were only three-star books for me, which was kind of a bummer. The book that I DNF'd was Forge of Virtue by Lynn Abbey, and I DNF'd it because it's just kind of a generic fantasy story. In which a group of kids, or teenagers rather, go off to rescue one of their brothers, pretty much. And I felt like the conflicts that they face in this are pretty generic, and it's kind of like, oh look, trolls are attacking our campsite, let's go and fight them, yay, and they kind of fight them and just automatically win. Oh look, there's some bandits attacking those people, let's go fight them, and then they go and fight them and automatically win, and all this stuff. And so it's kind of like it just seemed like there's actually a lot of really great world building in this that I thought was really cool, but just I was just so not in the mood for reading something like with a fairly generic plot that I kind of just went, okay, whatever. I may pick this up later. I don't know. The most recent book that I actually finished this month is Lord of Snow and Shadows by Sarah Ashe. How could I forget? So this book is one that I had my eye on for quite a while, and I was really looking forward to reading it. And it is about a boy who is an artist, and he kind of finds out one day that the father he never knew existed has died, and now it is his job to inherit his father's title as the Drakon, which, as it turns out, is a literal dragon lord person who turns into a dragon at random times and all this stuff. So he basically has to go. Give up his sad artist life and go off to rule over his father's castle and basically um, figure out some way to stall the monster inside of him from taking him over, because that is the curse of everyone who is the Drakon. And, you know, it's a pretty cool concept. It takes place in a really cool Russian-esque world that I really enjoyed reading about, but what frustrated me about this book was the lack of character personalities and really any character development. I kind of felt like the characters kind of just took on whatever personality the author wanted, the author thought fit, like any given time. And also there was one part in this that really pissed me off, and that is this part where the main chick, who's Gavril's love interest, sees him in dragon form carrying another woman on his back. And the woman is his mother, as the reader already knows at this point, but this chick, who isn't even actually officially dating him in any sort of way at this point, like, they have in no way confessed their feelings by this point in the story, like, she gets all jealous. She's like, oh, he has another woman on his back. I hope it's not his lover, and all this stuff, even though obviously he has never at any point mentioned having a significant other of any kind. And then, like, basically that chick just did not seem like the type of person who would necessarily do that. Like, she didn't seem the jealous type at all, who would just kind of go, oh, who's that other woman on his back? And then when she figures out, when she sees that the woman is in fact older and is probably his mother, she doesn't feel bad at all for thinking that his mother is a lover of some sort and being all jealous. So it just seemed kind of weird, and that part just made absolutely no sense. So that really pissed me off, I felt like. And even though, so I might continue with this series at some point, but I really don't think that will be anytime soon. Other book that I actually finished reading is one that I don't have with me because I read it before I left on vacation, and that is Lyrael by Garth Nix. And basically, this is the sequel to Sabriel, which I read in high school and loved the concept of and loved the first half of, and then I found the second half very draggy, and I felt like the same thing kind of happened with Lyrael as well. I loved the concept. It's about necromancers and stuff, and it's just such a cool story, but it's just told in such a draggy, like, way that certain parts of it are really cool and certain parts of it just drag too much. Anyway, those are the books that I read in the second half of December. And that also brings my total count of number of books that I read this year to 115 books. And my goal was 120, so I'd say it's not too bad to have read to 115. And 120 will remain the goal for this coming year, but obviously I am going to be buying a house and getting married and all this other stuff, so I don't know. I really don't think that I'll actually get to 120 books in 2017. Goals are supposed to be unattainable anyway. So come here, Naga. Come here. Okay, guys, this is Naga. She is my sister's dog. I'm going to really quickly talk about a couple other goals I have for 2017, just really quickly. One is the Diversity Bingo 2017 thing that a bunch of people are doing. I'm definitely planning on doing that as well, and I don't have a TBR for that because I think that it's a lot more fun to kind of figure it out as I go along. And so at the 6 month of the year point, I'll probably do a check-in, or I might even do a quarterly check-in and see like where I am with Diversity Bingo. And then at the end of the year, I will of course do a wrap-up. And then, because like I feel like so many of the challenges in it kind of have so many books that I could use for it that there's not really a sense for me to do a TBR for it. And I don't know. So that'll be fun. Another goal I have is I'm going to do a video of the series that I plan to finish in 2017. And I did one of these last year, or this, I did one of these in January, and I completely feel like I jinxed myself with it because I picked 11 series to start and or finish or get to a certain point in. And of those series, I only even touched like 5 of them. And of those 5, I DNF'd 2 and basically gave a third one like a soft DNF. So that was the Outlander series, because the third and fourth one were just so not as good. Like each book got progressively worse, and that even though I have the 5th, 6th, and 7th books, I'm not sure when I'm gonna end up getting to them, and I'm not in a hurry anymore. So basically, out of the 11 series that I picked, I only finished 2 of them. So that was kind of silly. So this year, I'm going to do a video like that again, but I'm only going to pick like less than 5 series, and have them be like trilogies or quartets or something I'm almost done with anyway. So we will just have to see how that goes. So anyway, let me know what you read in December and what your favorite book was you read in December and what some goals are that you might have for 2017. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!